Greetings. It is I, Foolish. Welcome to the electric company. I'll be your potentially fatal short in the system today. Hello. I got a viewer question from Constance. And you know how much I love viewer questions. This will be my second one. Hint, hint, everyone. Hint, hint. It's my second viewer question. It's a three-parter. Constance wanted to know, do aliens visit? And Constance, by the way, I know that you retain revision rights on your comment. But I just wanted to let you know that you could have just left your comment the way that it was before, because I had planned like this whole shtick in its original form, which I thought might have been a little funny. Well, I was amused. But then you revised the comment, and that's fine. Made it grammatically correct and such. It's fine. But don't be afraid of typos, because honestly, typos can often spawn some fairly funny bits. So, three-parter. Do aliens visit? And that was I'm showing you the comment in its final form. The comment had a final form. Number 2, what do they think of us? Number 3, does reincarnation exist? Now, I don't know one way or the other about really hardly anything, to be honest. I always feel like it's best to just leave it open unless I can actually verify it, or if multiple credible sources have verified it. I have seen some articles in the news recently that perhaps some extremely credible sources, perhaps the same sources that have been denying the existence of aliens, suddenly are now kind of changing their tune a little bit. But I've not performed any searches. Mostly I just want to stay open, you know, because there was a period of time decades ago where every little thing was a UFO. And then we were just disappointed when we found out, oh, it was a this or a that. And like, even if you had a gut feeling that they were lying about it, the big they, you couldn't verify that they were lying. So it was kind of like, well, we kind of have to take their word for it, right? Let's just say I would not be surprised if aliens visited our planet. I'm not saying yay or nay. What I'm saying, though, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, there are very few things that would surprise me, honestly. Now, hey, all right. Ace of Cups just came flying out. I wouldn't be surprised at all. There's too much hullabaloo about it, if you will, for it to be completely crazy. And I also go with Jodie Foster in Contact when she said, if there weren't other life out there, that would be a gigantic waste of space. I dig that. I'm down with that. So let's see, Constance. Let's just see. Let's see if Morgan would like to shed some light. We're conducting our own little episode of X-Files down here. So we already had Ace of Cups as a pop out. And I've stopped trying to make my cards line up like they're at the police station. I want them to be free. I want them to feel free. Be free to express themselves. It doesn't need to be in a line. Nothing needs to be in a line, especially these kind of questions. Let's, get crazy, get nutty. The Sun. Six of Swords reversed. It's not the only time I've seen that this week. Page of Pentacles reversed. That is, I don't quite understand what's been happening lately. I did a whole bunch of readings yesterday. None of them were publishable because I was, I didn't have my performance voice on, so you couldn't hardly understand like 2 of the videos. And then the lighting was jacked and I forgot to turn off my auto exposure. And like, honestly, if I forget to do that one more time, I'm gonna cut off one of my own fingers. Honestly. Yesterday though, I kept pulling the same cards for different topics from different decks. I would be like, oh, I just didn't shuffle, right? But when you start pulling the same cards out of 2 different decks, like, what is that? Right? It's weird. That's what it is. Do aliens visit us? We had a pop out, Ace of Cups, right? We had the Sun. We had Six of Swords reverse. We have Page of Pent reverse. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to draw some cards for the next question, and then we're going to round them all up, little doggies, right? Let's use Moody for the what do they think of us, because honestly, I feel like that's the only deck that can really properly describe. Ugh, and I hope they don't watch this channel, because I could just see them right there being like, putting us all in a zoo or something and just coming through occasionally going, hey, do something funny. King of Cups. It was a single, so we're treating it like a pop out. What do they think of us, Constance? What do they think of us? God, they must think we're such jackasses. I wonder how many, like... To be fair, I have seen a number of mediums and tarot readers talk about this, and like astrologers and other like otherworldly people, like the New Age type people talk about aliens. They've been talking about them for decades, and there can't. I mean, if there's one species, there's got to be like hundreds of different species, you know? Are you a single? Queen of Cups. King and Queen of Cups. What do they think of us, Constance? Let's just see if we get another pop out. Just for fun. It was like 5 that were trying to make a run for it. Nice try. And then I'm thinking, like, if there's different brands of aliens, let's say, are there any unifying features to their personalities? Or is there, like, a good team and a bad team? What's it like, you know? How many... You don't count... That's, like, 8. It's not a pop-out. You are a pop-out. Magician. Thanks, Moody, for being so slippy that you make me feel like you're actually coming out to say hi. What do they think of us, Moody? King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Magician. That's not bad, right? Then the third question, does reincarnation exist? And for this question, I'm going to use my brand new cards that I got from Empress Nicola. I wanted some yes-nos because my method of doing some kind of like weird, I was like counting the reverse. I was counting how many reverse cards, which would be no's, and then counting how many upright cards, which would be the yes, and then whatever. But I don't feel like it worked for me. So Empress Nicola has some yes-no cards, and I will put a link to her site below. And when I saw that she had those available, I grabbed them. Now, I love her reading. You could tell that's her. You could tell she's not putting on like some kind of new age persona. Which, I mean, if it's okay to do that, it's not like I'm saying that's terrible to do that. You know, because I think that's part of the path. I think that's part of the journey is to take on something new, right? Be the thing that you think you're supposed to be, and then slowly integrate yourself into it. That's not a bad process. Kind of like a fake it till you make it. I've used that for a number of things. But she, not only do I think she's extremely powerful, but she's also herself, and I think maybe that's where her power comes from. Oh. Huh. I don't know if 2 could be considered pop-outs, but she counts them. And man, these cards just, they're just like, hey, they just come flying out to talk to her. And I think maybe these are pop-outs. Does reincarnation exist? First card is yes. And the second one is Shirley, sweetie. So, I'll try to zoom in on these. Are my hands shaky? I'm a little jacked up today. I thought I was on a downward spiral, but then somebody aggravated me, thankfully. And then I came to life. It's like having a necromancer on retainer to be easily aggravated by people. All right, well, thank you. Yes, no cards from Nicola. And she sent like a thank you card. I can't. I love these. And I ordered her tarot cards as well, so we'll be looking at those when they come in. Pretty excited about it. Kind of wanted to do a birthday reading with them for someone. Okay. So does reincarnation exist? Yes. And Shirley, sweetie. Don't call me Shirley. Okay, now let's read our cards, Constance. Now we're gonna read our cards. All right? We got Jack, we got Morgan cards, we got Moody cards. We had the Ace of Cups as a pop out. Why don't we start there? Why don't we just start with that? Why don't we just get that done? I think these glasses are totally trash, man. They've got like all these scratches. Oh. All right, anyway. Do aliens visit us? Ace of Cups. Emotions welling up, spirit rising. Strong, positive intuition or emotion. New love or relationship, feeling uplifted, optimistic, emotionally open. An emotional or spiritual wellspring. That was a pop out. So let's look at the main cards. Let's see what we got here. Constance, I didn't want to just ask, do aliens visit us? Yes, no. What I wanted to know is if we could get some details about that yes, no. Do you know what I mean? Like, under what circumstances is it yes, no? You and I both know it's yes, though, right? We know it's yes, and I think we're about to find out. Because I think that's what the sun means. Okay, the sun. Clarity, rational understanding, fully aware. Exposed, out in the open. Like the sun, brilliant, warm, bright, radiant, pure energy. The promise of a new day, starting again with a clean slate. Positive, fresh energy, enthusiasm. Bright outcome, radiant success. Simply happy, cheerful. Sensing the presence of God, God's spirit, force, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. We all know what I'm saying. Okay. This is interesting. Six of Swords reversed. Always in transition, never getting to point B. Wanting to move forward, but are blocked or delayed. Pulled back into the turmoil. Maybe there's going to be a little bit of a delay with this discovery. Maybe they've just been seeding, you know, like, well, let's let them see us tonight, you know. This week we'll, you know, we'll expose ourselves a little bit and then let everybody get used to it, and then we'll disappear for another 6 months. That's how I would do it if I were an alien, honestly, and if I gave, like, even a little bit of a rat's about the species that I was visiting. Okay, these two go together. We're not ready. We're not ready. I mean, we can barely handle, like, I mean, do I have to go on? We can barely handle, like, what we have right in front of us, and then, like, aliens coming out? I don't know, girl. I don't know. Page of Pentacles reversed. Unrealized project or endeavor. Yeah. Hesitant or not ready to take the first step. Always in preparation, never quite ready to make it real. Irresponsible with money and or resources. Impractical undertaking. Impractical, I think that's us, I feel. Just a guess, okay? That's just how I'm interpreting everything. And then we had the Ace of Cups. Emotional wellspring. I'm not sure how that's related. Maybe it'll show up here. And you know, that's funny because this is the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and then the Magician. That's neat, right? Let's read the Ace of Cups again. Let's just read it one more time, okay? Emotions welling up, spirit rising. Strong positive intuition or emotion. New love or relationship. Feeling uplifted, optimistic, emotionally open. An emotional spiritual wellspring. I don't know why wellspring bothers me so much. It's silly. Probably all the years of corporate branding. I don't know. King of Cups. Emotional maturity and balance. Secure, resilient, calm, at ease. Understands human nature, spiritual or emotional wisdom. Sympathetic, tolerant, kind-hearted. Concerned for the well-being of others. Humane. Strong people skills. God, I hope so. Fatherly understanding and guidance. Good spiritual or creative advice. I wonder if this is describing them at all. I mean, we have this capacity, right? It's just that some of us just aren't doing too well lately, you know? Let's read on to the Queen. Still, I mean, the Cups, they're the suit of the Fifis, so here we go again. Emotionally intuitive, tuned into the emotional energy of a situation, mother's intuition. Supportive, nurturing, compassionate, unconditional acceptance of others. Yeah. Emotionally strong, willing, and able to give assistance. Someone in a healing or caring profession, a counselor. Oh, you know what would be fun? If they had some kind of like weird healing technology that obviously that we don't have, obviously. But something so, man, that's fun to think about, right? I think that's one of the reasons why I don't ever want to find out that there are absolutely no aliens, because just thinking about all the things that are possible. But then if we find out that there are aliens, that can kind of ruin the fun too, right? The Magician. Manifestation, transforming an idea into something real. Skillful, intentional action, full focused attention. Individual confidence and power. Having all the resources you need and the skill to use them. Using the proper tool for the job. Man. Something to think about, right? And then, does reincarnation exist? I actually, obviously the yes, no card said yes, but, you know, maybe it's just the way I interpret it. Like, I've been practicing Buddhism forever, it seems like. But to me, reincarnation is possible every day. I feel like we get reincarnated anytime we make a change, anytime our thinking isn't the same as it was before, or anytime we follow a new train of thought, or I mean, every time I saw anything that had anything to do with like living 1,000 lifetimes, to me, I always got the impression that that was possible here. Like, in this lifetime, I can live 1,000 lifetimes. I mean, when I think about all the places I've been, and all the incarnations I have been, all the people I've been, all the, I mean, it's like I couldn't even count. And I'm only like halfway done, you know? When I think about, I mean, just this past year, I've probably gained 10 or 15 new things, like new perspectives, new thoughts, new ideas, like, you know? So that's to me, that counts as an incarnation, a reincarnation. So I may not be the right one to ask about this. Anyway, I like how the whole cups just like busted out. That was kind of freaky, right? But I gotta tell you, the cards lately, regardless of my performance or skill in turning off my auto exposure on my phone so it doesn't look like I'm on a freaking airport landing strip, these cards have kind of been giving me a bit of the freakies. And it's pleasant. It's a very pleasant form of the heebie-jeebies. So I'm digging it. Well, thank you for joining me for this comment generated question, or three questions in one comment. Thank you, Constance. You know I love questions.